So on the yard, I'm working on 6x6 cant. Got a pretty good stack. I don't know, I milled 3 or 4 logs this morning already. But I've got a pretty good stash over here. I think there's about 8, about this size, that I'm gonna try to get 8x8s out of. A couple of them might make 8x10s. That was pretty peculiar. That's the first time in a couple of days that the engine's acted up a little bit. So let me tell you what was going on. I'm pushing through. It started acting up, burping and giggling and stuff. And I turned the choke up a bit and was able to keep the motor running and finished out that log with the choke up a little bit. Now I've cut the choke back off. So does that tell you anything? Please let me know. What I've done so far, I cleaned out the bowl twice, emptied the tank completely, wiped the bowl out again, filled the tank with brand new gas, just bought non-ethanol fuel. I put just a teeny weeny bit, less than probably half an ounce of seafoam in there. You saw the black smoke, maybe it burnt something off. You guys have given me, several things to check and look for and work on. And I hope you can appreciate I'm trying to do the most minimal things to start with. Something I've found on them Scotch blocks right there, where you're just scotching the log, while you're turning it. It's good to have a slope on one end and square on the other. Sometimes the slope works, sometimes the square works. In this particular case, the slope didn't work and the square did. The perfect length, in my opinion, for these things, let me just tell you, 31 inches, 2-inch PVC. That way, you can always store them. You just lean them right there against your rail. They're not in the way. You don't have to bend over to pick them up. Lots of good things about that. That's 8 inches high right there. I don't know how you guys do it, but when I take a slab off, I'm sort of looking to see, okay, what do I have? What am I going to get? It's not going to make a perfect 8x10 cube, but it looks like that to get the most out of this, if it's really straight, I think I'll be able to, that's 8 inches. I think if I flip it up, I'm not going to get rid of all the wane. That doesn't matter to me right here at this point. Just trying to get the bark off. But I tell you what, since that thing blew that black smoke, It's really sounded good. Maybe that seafoam kicked in or something. Beautiful, clear. You'd hate to drop that on your toe, wouldn't you? That thing's heavy right there. One of the things I've learned, for right or wrong, could be wrong, is that with a little experience, I guess that's what you call it, you pretty well develop a sense, or it seems like you do, of what you're going to be able to get out of a log. Like this one here, well, that's a long sucker too. I'm going to bet that I should be able to get an 8x8. It's going to be sort of close on that end. But the diameter of the log is pretty consistent all the way through. That's just what I'm going to go with. We'll see. There again, started to choke down, or started to shut off, and I threw some choke to it. Not quite halfway, and it kept running. Now I've got the choke cut back off. I don't know. Let's see if it goes down. I'm gonna bet it's heavy. That'd be a good thing to look up. What is the weight of an 8x8 Kent of a green pine? What's it look like milling pine down to 8x8 Kents? That's sort of what it looks like. By yourself, it's hard work. With a piece of equipment, makes life a bit easier. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a straight stack, ain't it? That's all I'm going to get milled for now. because I've got to go hook up a trailer, go to the Kubota dealership, pick up an auger, and I'm sort of excited to get it. I'm not ready to use it exactly. Let's do a little quick count though. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26, 29, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Tell you sports fans, we got her down to 43 logs left. We started out probably close to 200 logs. 43 to go. I'm excited. If I could do 20 a day, be close to wrapping this puppy up. But I gotta go get that auger called. We gotta get to it first. Looks like that's gonna be no problem. It's SA20. I'm going to have to get in my hand. No, maybe not. That thing went up a little higher than I thought it was be able to.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that was pushing the easy button. We're ready to roll. I was just thinking when I was coming down the road, you know, there was a presidential debate. Something struck me sort of funny. You know, Trump says that rumor has it, I haven't heard him say it, but I don't know, he would direct the Justice Department to go after those who committed fraud in the election of 2020. The way I see it, if there was no fraud and nobody did anything wrong in 2020, then nobody's got anything to worry about. It just struck me sort of funny. It should be no big deal. If nobody did anything wrong, nobody's in trouble for anything. End of story. Just the way I see it. All right, I got to get this attachment unloaded. That's going to be one very handy piece of equipment right there. Out of the implements that I have, this one I may be the most excited about because I'm too long in the tooth to be using a post hole digger. I'm very tickled that I am retiring the post hole digger and putting into operation. This is a Land Pride SA20. Comes with a 5-year limited warranty on the gearbox. And of course the warning labels probably cause cancer in California. Yeah, there it is. So it's a good thing that we're not in California. Land Pride, there it is. I knew they were proud enough to put their name on it somewhere. I got a 9-inch auger, rock cutting teeth on the bottom here that are replaceable. I'm excited to put this thing into operation. I have 2 projects pretty immediate. Finish these doggone pines up. Of course, I want to get into that ash, but I want to get a shed over that saw head, and then I'm still debating. I've cut the materials for this already to bring this slope of this roof on out here another 12 feet or so. And what I was going to do, I've got beams long enough, instead of having 4 posts, I was just going to put 1 post here and 1 post here in the middle, and then another one down here at this end. And I've made beams long enough, and then run my rafters on out and just keep it on the same pitch. I think this is going to be definitely in the works. But the first thing I want to do is get that shed over that, because the most dangerous thing I do, I honestly, is getting up and down to take that cover off. Dangerous. It's not dangerous. It's not like wrestling alligators or letting a boa constrictor go around your neck or anything. I'm not talking about that. But it's just something that the kid, you know, has to be careful with. Well, that's a pretty good conclusion of the day. Now, somebody wrote in the comments, won't you have to rehandle these and resaw them? Yeah, absolutely. But the great thing about it is, let's say I want to make these 6x6s into 2x6s, okay? Now that's a 6x5 there. But I could put that one. I could put 3 on the mill, 3 or 4, whatever I want to do there, and cut 2x6s, you know, 4 at a time. Boom. Yeah, it's handling them again. But the thing is, if I don't get them milled, they're rotting, and they're still good. I tell you what, I'm so grateful. They're still good and solid right now. Anyway, I'm gonna call that a good day. I appreciate you joining me, coming along for the ride today. We did several things. I guess that's sort of what milling cants looks like. Milling pine, whatever you want to call it. Listen, good Lord willing, I'll be looking for you. Well, I can't really see you, but I hope you'll be looking for me in the next one. How's that? All right, time to go get some dinner.